Hi, my name is Angie. I'm a high school librarian. I'm going to give you a little tour of our space, show you what we have to offer teens and how we support them in their learning and life at school. All right, this is a tour of our high school library. Up here we have a TV screen that plays advertisements, lets students know what's going on in the library, offers words of encouragement, and just keeps people engaged with life in the library. Right on the door, we've got an ongoing little project where I write little reviews of the library, and you can see what I've been reading. It's on both sides, but that's not as important. Little creation station here. There's all kinds of things for students to do. Art supplies, that sort of thing. And coloring books are very popular, and then some kind of activity generally. On this side you can see our books. And just kind of a sweeping view of the library. Sometimes I pull books off onto the cart. And the llama poster that you can see in the back, we just finished today, so that's been a collaborative effort. Lots of places for students to sit and do work. And the Reader's Retreat up there, which we'll get to in a minute, for students who come to the library to read. There's a lot happening in this corner, so I just kind of wanted to highlight a few things. The Frankenstein's monster painting was done by a student and donated, and it's awesome. I love to highlight student artwork. You can see the genreification that has happened. So we've got horror, thriller, paranormals, and then we've got romance, some subgenres of humor and Christian fiction. I have a weird relationship with signage because I think it's really important. I also think nobody reads it. So I don't know. I try not to overthink signage because ultimately I don't think it's the most effective way to get students to interact with the library. But still important. And then the outward facing books is my hugest selling point for books. I rotate them every week, and I used to kind of pull books, Black History Month, Women's History Month, and this and that, and I still do that to some extent, but I don't highlight specific groups as much anymore because I highlight them all year round, and I try to be mindful of that while I'm choosing which books to face outwards. I try to have representation of lots of different groups, different body sizes, different nationalities, different cultures, different religions, different, just different life experiences and things like that. So when you look at the outward facing books in the romance section, I've done a better job of that. And then in the little blue bins, that's for easy browsing. Students get nervous about pulling a book off the shelf and then not knowing where to put it. So they just pop it in there and it's user-friendly. This little loft area doesn't look like much, but it is a sought-after part of our library because you come up here and then people just leave you alone. And you also get to look at the whole, goings-on, which is, I think, kind of fun. This right here is the most popular part of the library. I'm serious. Students love puzzles. They're obsessed. Sometimes I have to chase them away and say, go get some homework done, pick up a book, whatever. But this is a great place to just kind of quietly spend some time just like in each other's presence without it being a big deal, which is kind of cool, and they love it. Over here we've got a little cafe height seating in the back. Those stools are too low, but we're getting new ones. We've got the space station on today. Usually I live stream something for students. We've got lots of tables for people who want to collaborate, charging stations in the back. You can see the stick together mosaic on the bulletin board. Sometimes students like to doodle on the whiteboard or play with the Shakespeare magnets and see if they can come up with sentences and things like that. And then up in the Reader's Retreat, we've got some comfy reading areas. This is our Reader's Retreat. It's a totally unplugged zone where students can come if they just want to read. And I don't let students come up here with their Chromebooks or anything like that because I just try to encourage reading. It's not fancy, but it is a popular spot. People appreciate it. And here's just an overall view from the other side of the library. Lots of individual workspaces and lots of group workspaces, lots of books, and a little inspiration too.